Hey, what is this file on my desktop? It's saying 2 gigabyte size, but I don't know what is this. So if I tell you that it is linked to one of these disks, what will you think? So here I can copy any of my files and then I can unmount this drive and it will be like invisible to anyone else and then it will look like this. So today I'm going to show you how can you create a partition which you can hide after you copy your files. So we are going to use Veracrypt software. So I'm going to download it for Windows from here. So you can go to the link in the description and you will download it from there. And then we are going to install this software. So let's open it. And you can see that the installation has started. So let's quickly install the software and then we will continue. So I accept it. And we are going to leave as it is and we will press the install button and you can see that it is installing and it has been successfully completed, so we don't want to donate anything. And it is saying if you are a new user you can go to the help guide, and also I'm going to press no. So before I open the software I'm going to create a new disk, so I have to shrink a volume from my local drive C. So I have to go to the disk management tool. So we are going to the disk management and here I'm going to shrink the local drive C. So right click on local drive C and we are going to say shrink volume, and I will take some space that I want to use for the invisible disk. And here I will write let's say 5 gigabytes, which is 5000 megabytes, just in common sense, because we are going to use around 5 gigabytes. But I know that 1 gigabyte has 1024 megabytes, but it doesn't make sense for us for now. So we are going to write just 5000 for now. And then we will say shrink. So okay, and it will create us some unallocated space. So let's wait a little bit and you can see that we have 4.88 gigabytes unallocated. So this we are going to create a new simple volume and we are going to assign the following drive later, which we have to remove later, no problem, but we are going to create it for now. And we have our new volume E, which is 5 gigabytes. Okay, we can open it and it's working properly. So if I go to this PC, you can see that we have a new volume E, which is 4.88 gigabytes. So I'm going to rename it. So hidden drive, something like this. So hidden disk. Okay, this is good. Continue. And now we can open our software, which is Veracrypt. So let's close this one. So here I'm going to create a folder. So let's create a folder and I will rename it like we are going to put secret data here. So we want to put secret data here. So this is just to tell you that we are going to make it invisible later. So this is the drive and we can open the software now. So let's open Veracrypt and we cannot maximize it. So this is the default size and these are the drive letters that we can assign when we are mounting our drive. So we will press create new volume and we have to create a new volume which we can do hidden. So we don't have a drive for now. So we are going to see encrypt a non-system partition. So non-system means that the one that we created. So it is saying standard Veracrypt volume or hidden. So we are going to say hidden. And then we have to select the normal mode. So let's select normal mode. We cannot select direct mode because we don't have any drive created. So we have to press the normal mode. So let's select normal mode for now. And we go next. And here we have to give it the location. So I have to select the device and we will select the hidden partition, which is 4.9 gigabytes. So hidden disk and OK. And we have to go next. Next. And the encryption type. So encryption type, there are a lot, but I'm going to use the AES, which is good enough for us. And then we can go next. And here it is asking for the size, which is 4.88, and we have to use the outer volume password. So first it is going to create an outer volume and then it will create an internal volume as well. So it's like the secret hidden volume. So we have to give the password for the outer volume first. So we are going to press yes. So it is saying that you should create a strong password, this and that, and it depends on if you have large files or no. So if you have large files you can press yes, or you can leave it to no as well if you have smaller files. So this depends on you. So if the files are larger than 4 gigabytes you can select yes. And here we have to create a random key file for the encryption. So when we are doing the encryption and decryption, it is creating the random pool. So you have to move your cursor as much as you can. So you can see that I am moving the cursor and it is creating the random hash file for us. So this depends on how strong you move the cursor. So you have to move the cursor inside and it is creating the random pool of the key. So you can see that the bar is moving. So let's do it a little bit more. And we are done. Now we can press format, and it is formatting the outer volume. So make sure that the drive that you are using, it is empty, or else you will lose the data. And it has created the outer volume now. So we have to press next now, and we have to create the hidden volume now. So let's click next, and the same encryption type and hidden volume size. So now we have selected the outer device, which is 4.88, and here you can create the amount of size you want to give to the internal volume. So if you want to create two volumes, you can give it less size as well. So I'm going to say in megabytes around 3870, anything we can do, and then we can create another volume from that drive later. And then I will press next. So next, and yes, so it is saying the same thing, that if you want to add more files, you can increase the size, or else you can create another volume into it. So if you want to increase the size later, you can choose the size smaller for now. And then we have to give it the password for the hidden volume, but it cannot be same for the outer volume. So you have to create a different password. Next, and then it is saying the same thing, that strong password should be used and all. And now our volume has been created. So as you saw that we can use the same password, and now we can press yes, and the same encryption pool, so it is going to create the hash file for us, the decryption key, and it's ready. We can format the drive. Okay, so it has been created. Okay, it is saying that please keep in mind that the volume cannot be mounted to the exactly same name. So it is saying that the hidden disk is mounted as new volume E, so we cannot use the new volume E option. So I'm going to show you what we are going to do. So okay, next, and we have created the volume now. So I'm going to show you how can you mount it. So to mount it, we have to first select the device from volumes. So let's select device, and here we have to select our volume. So it's 4.9 gigabytes, this one, and we will press OK. And now from these random letters, we have to assign a drive letter to our volume. So I'm going to select, let's say, the first one, or we can select anything else as well. So we can select one from these, so it depends on which one you want. And then we can mount. And it is asking for the password that we have set for the internal drive. So now you have to write the password for internal, not the outer one. So this is my password, okay. And it is mounting. So now if I go to this PC, let's wait a little bit here. And now it has mounted. So you can see that the size that we have used is 3 point something. So if I go to this PC, you will see that we have local disk W, which the drive letter we selected. So we selected the drive letter W, and we have this file here. So this disk here. Now here we can copy our files here. So it can be any secret file, whatever you want to copy, because we are going to unmount it later. So we have secret files. We can make some new folder. So I'm going to just show you. So do not open. It can be anything, depends on you what type of data you want to put here. And now I'm going to copy some files. So I have copied this file. So it's a normal PNG. And you can see that we have our files here. So this is the PNG number one. And now I'm going to unmount it. So it has been unmounted. And now if I go to this PC, you can see that we don't have any volume. So it means now it is hidden, but we have a small problem, that we have the hidden disk E. So if I am refreshing, you can see that we cannot open the hidden drive E now, but it is saying format disk. So if we are formatting it, we will lose everything. So we have to fix it. So I'm going to fix this one as well. So what we can do is we can remove the drive letter from it. So you can see that we cannot open it. And here even the size, it is saying 0 gigabytes. So I'm going to fix it. So to fix it, we have to go to disk management. So the name of our disk is hidden disk, and the drive letter is E, and you can see that we cannot open it. So to fix it, I'm going to open disk management. So let's quickly close it, and we are going to disk management now. So let's go to disk management. So create and format hard disk partitions. And here what we are going to do is we have the disk which is E. So I'm going to right click on it. So you can see here that this is the one. So I'm going to right click it and change drive letter, and we are going to remove the drive letter from it. So after we remove the drive letter, you can see that it will not be visible anymore in this PC. So it's very beneficial for us, because if anyone sees the drive that it cannot be opened, he can format it. But now we are safe that there is no other drive visible. So now what I'm going to show is that you can create a container as well. So it will look like the file that I have on my desktop. So I'm going to do the same procedure. So here we have to select the volume location. So we are going to say hidden Veracrypt volume or container, and it is asking for the location again. So we are going to select the file. So now we have to select where do we want to save that file. So it will be like unknown file and it will be saved there. So you can see that I have a file named number one, which is on my desktop. So I'm going to create another text file on the desktop and the same encryption method and outer volume size. So I'm going to say 2 gigabytes. So next, and it is saying that okay, caps lock is on. So we have to create the password for the outer volume. So this is the password for outer volume. Press yes, and we have to do the same thing again. So we have to create the decryption key. So it is the random pool. So this is creating the hash file for us. And now we have our file on our desktop that you can see that it is here. So it is the text file, and the size of this file will be same how much size you give to the drive. And now we have to create the hidden volume with the container. So we are going to use the same encryption method and we have to give the size for the hidden volume. Since we have selected 2 gigabytes, so I'm going to write the size in megabytes. So I'm going to select 1200 and it is saying that if you want to increase the size again, we can do it. So let's put the password for the hidden volume and we can press yes. And we have to do the same uh, thing again. So we have to create the hash file and then next and we are ready. So we have our container created now. So it will work a little bit different. So we should have this file. So if you lose this file, you will not be able to access the container. So you can see that I'm inside this PC and I have only these drives. So my phone and two other drives. So we have to open the Veracrypt software. So let's open the software and now we have to select the file. So I'm going to say select file and I will select the file that I have just created. So it's the text file. So double click on it and now we have to mount. So I'm going to select any drive letter and I will mount it. So it is asking for the same password that we have created. So the password for the hidden volume and now it is mounting. And you can see that it has been mounted. So if I go to this PC now I have local disk Z which we have just mounted. So here you can put your files now. So I'm going to create a new folder. So put your files and you can copy the files here whatever you want. So we have this folder for example and then after you copy all the files you can unmount it and now you can see that if I go to this PC again I don't have the drive anymore. So it's very easy. I hope you have understood. If you have any question you can ask them in the comment section. I will try to help you. So I hope you have liked it and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.